Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo feeling in the second week of January 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards, please. The Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. That's a huge confession. Very well thought out. Air energy. Very cerebral, truthful, full of integrity. And Eight of Wands is fast action, progress. Okay. So, Virgo, I think you've got a confession to make or something really profound and important that you want to tell someone. You want things to heal and get better, or you want progress, you want things to develop forward, you want change, okay? You want growth. 8s are numbers of growth, 1s are new starts. You're really thinking about this a lot, very, very carefully. It's not done on a whim. A King of Swords does everything after thorough research, lots of thought, lots of thinking things through, lots of care and attention in how it's said and the way that it's delivered. Right, the Hierophant reverse. So you're regretful about actions because the Hierophant upright is the teacher. It's someone who's lived so many harsh lessons that they're now ready to teach others. They don't want other people to suffer the things that they've suffered. So they try to share their wisdom with others. Very, very wise teacher. When the Hierophant's reverse, it's like, I was a fool, I was silly, I did the wrong thing, I regret my actions, I haven't learnt my lessons, okay? So I do feel like you're offering an apology to someone, Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Could be an admission, a confession, or you've had a revelation about something. There's something major, something important that involves progress, growth, and some kind of foolish past action. The Two of Wands reversed. The Two of Wands upright is someone who has made a choice, okay? I'm going in this direction, or I'm going in that direction. I'm going to go out with that person, or I'm going to go out with that person. I'm going to move to that country or move to that country. It's a choice, A or B. Okay, apply it to whatever. When that's reversed, it's like you're undecided, or you refuse to make a choice, or you regret the choice you made. Because the Two of Wands should progress to the Three of Wands, and instead we've got the Two of Wands reversed, so it's like going back on something you decided. Let's get 3 for your person. They've got the Nine of Swords reversed, so they're being released from, you know, like long nights where you sit kind of biting your fingernails, worrying about stuff, or you got tummy aches and you can't stop the tummy aches, or you got a headache, or you're tossing and turning. It's like high anxiety, fear, intrusive thoughts that are stopping you from sleeping. Like 9 can only be superseded, the right word, can only be followed by 10. So the 10 of Swords is the end of the cycle because it's reached its maximum, and this is 9. But we're not doing it anymore, it's reversed. Okay, so someone stopped worrying and stopped being stressed about something. It's mental activity, okay? It's not physical. The World card's the end of a cycle. This person was stressing, but they didn't get to the end of the cycle. They stopped stressing, and that is like caused the end of the cycle. They're entering a new phase, okay? They're not worried anymore. So they've found their personal power. It's a lot of swords. Let's have a look. Let's get one more for them. They could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or have those placements in their chart. The High Priestess, upright. Yeah, they're following their intuition. They're following, their gut, and they decide not to worry anymore. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The 9 of Wands upright. There's been a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, a lot of arguments, conflicts. It's the wounded warrior, the 9 of Wands. Someone's prepared to keep going despite the challenges, but there's been a lot. The 4 of Cups reversed, becoming open to offers again. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this person doesn't want to be single. So instead of kind of like digging their heels in or dragging their feet and staying bitter, they're not going to, okay, they're full of forgiveness. If this is an apology that you want to give to someone, they forgive you, okay? Or you're apologising because you don't want, them to like want to be single because you don't want to be single. You could have Taurus in your chart, or it could just be part of your story. It's like not being too wise, too grounded. 4 of Pentacles is the challenge. You're trying to conserve stability. You want to get stability back. I do feel like, because Virgo is very perfectionist and intelligent and witty, you can hurt people's feelings sometimes. You're extremely nurturing, you're the maiden, but you can be a bit mean girl, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can be opposite. You have insanely high standards, which you hold yourself to, but when you hold other people to those, can be hard for a partner to contend with that all the time, if that's the energy all the time. And it obviously won't be, but I just feel like something's gone down and you want to apologise and make it right. Okay, that's what it's giving. Or you've had some sort of clarity, major clarity on how to make things better going forward, and you're reflecting on the past. If we just like speak very generally, and you would regretting some sort of decision or something that was said or some sort of plan that you had, like you're willing to like backtrack or rethink it, or compromise, because it's just not as important as the marriage or the relationship. why did Virgo's person have the Nine of Swords? Even though it's now reversed, why did they have it? It's something to do with moving house. Maybe you're someone that likes a project, you're very innovative, very much a visionary, very creative. You love to move house or property develop, or you've got ideas for business, or like, you know, you're like a top player when it comes to being entrepreneurial. And I think something to do with moving had this person upset, okay? Or you might have dissed the place that you're currently living in some way and taken it for granted, or like bitched about it somehow, and it's really hurt your person's feelings. It's something to do with a house or a home. Or you somehow made this person feel like they want to move. Or that's really sad. You could have done that without really realising. Do you know what I mean? Or it might not be as dramatic as that, to be honest, but you know, their guts telling them to like let go, whatever they were annoyed with or stressed about. What's the nature of this relationship, please? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If you've been like self-deprecating, you know, like depreciative of your own achievements, and they happen to be your person's achievements as well, that's offensive by default. Okay, so you might put yourself down or wish that things had happened differently, but you're like saying that to someone who's being part of those decisions or being part of that life. So you got to be very careful with the things that you say and who you say it to and how you say it, okay? Because as I say, you hold yourself to high standards, but in being self-deprecating, you know, if you're in a union with someone, it's like you're shitting on them by default. Do you know what I mean? You might not consciously like be trying to hurt them, but the result is the same. What advice have you got for Virgo, please? Advice for Virgo. Oh my god, that's freaky. That's so freaky. Self-appreciative. I will find a moment throughout that's freaky. Oh my god. Right, just read one. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself, find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself, where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Oh my god. So sometimes like you project your insecurities onto the person you love, not because they've like done anything, but they're the one that's around you the most, right? The people we live with are the people that we project our insecurities onto. So Don't kind of like negate all the achievements of your life if someone's been achieving those things with you. Um, what you've achieved in your life, Virgo, so far is impressive. By anyone's standards, it's impressive by your standards, and you need to say that to yourself. Okay. You might even like never have had a thought like this before, but a spirit's guiding you to focus in on this aspect of yourself, okay, and work on it, because then you'll stop projecting these self-depreciative thoughts, projecting them out to others, okay, because it's hurting them. And the things that you've achieved are like, people are in awe of it, whether it be a beautiful home or beautiful children, or you've got lovely parents, or you had lovely parents, whether you have like a really great circle of friends, great circle of acquaintances, whether you've got a cracking figure, or you know how to dress. Be proud of your life. Don't put it down, because it's making other people feel like they're not good enough, and what you've achieved together is not good enough. Okay, so it might be a bit of a habit that you need to break out of and work on. Inspiration board. If I am ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. So I know this about Virgos. You've got so like high standards, and you've got loads of projects on the go. You're like really, really cerebral and very creative. You're a visionary. Like, you would know how to renovate a home. You would know how to remodel the home. You would know what you would tell the architect what you want. Do you know what I mean? Everything's done with care and attention and research and taste and style and vision. So sometimes what you actually need is focus and more goals, newer goals. Once you've reached a goal, you need to create more for yourself, and they can't be things that negate what you've achieved so far. They need to complement or move forward from. And obviously, if you're in a union with someone, you have some like conversations to have about, you know, whether you should move. Like, don't just, do things in a thoughtful way, but maybe there's the projects that you can work on, or things that you can busy yourself with, where you have got full dominion over that task, or that, like my tarot's for me. Like, it's not for anyone else to like say, well, don't think you should put that there. It's mine, it's not anyone else's. So I've got full dominion over it. It's because I do creative stuff like this because I'd miss having that outlet. I work in high school now. I teach English, I teach geography. We don't do making stuff. So when I worked in early years, I was making stuff all the time. I'm a Taurus, I'm creative. Me and my mum were Taurus and Virgo. We have really good taste, and we love nature, and we love stuff, and we love style, and we love colour and texture and pattern, and interior design. Like, we're both really good. Like, we've got really good crossovers on certain things. So I kind of get her vibe with this. She gets bored easily. You've got to have projects, and you've got to have outlets for your creative mind, okay? Or your entrepreneurial mind. Advice for Virgo, please. Advice for Virgo. communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. It's your job to articulate what it is. It's your job, Virgo, to articulate and communicate with your people around you things you're proud of that you've achieved as a family, and things that you would like to achieve going forward. Okay, because if they love you, they should encourage you and inspire you and motivate you. They shouldn't put you, if everyone around you is an energy vampire and an emotional vampire and tells you, like, what's the point? Or, like, I can't be bothered, then maybe you need to get a new tribe. Do you know what I mean? But I think if you communicate that you need to have projects going on to keep you motivated, if you even say that once, like, I'm sure they would agree that that's absolutely fine, whether it be the garden, the kitchen, an easel, or there's so many ways that you can have outlets, isn't there? Like, there's no excuse really for kind of projection onto others out of frustration and boredom. Use that brilliant mind of yours, but communicate what your needs are and communicate what you're proud of. Because if you're appreciative of all the things you've achieved, that will make people around you feel settled, feel secure, feel proud as well. You wouldn't want them to be embarrassed or regretful or ashamed, or dissatisfied with what they have. That's very ungrateful. But you deserve both. You deserve to be proud and you deserve future projects. You may be someone that works until the day you die. Maybe you need to go and get a part-time job, or start up your own business. I wouldn't work for anyone else. I would start up my own business. Think about it. It's 2025. You can have a channel showing off, things that you've learned over the years, or write a book, or retrain in something totally different, go back to school. There's so much that you could do. You don't have to be confined to the four walls that you live in. You're too clever for that. You're too intelligent for that, okay? So don't confine yourself thinking it's an age thing, because some people work until the day that they die, and work isn't work if you love it. So big advice there to communicate, Virgo. Communicate your needs and also be careful how you communicate, okay, what you've achieved in life so far. Blessings of the celestial. Embrace the celestial blessings and feel the universe's grace and support. Blessings, celestial grace. Reminds me of a bug. So I think blessings are being appreciative of what you have, and it's also understanding that not everything is like down to you. You're living on a planet that's spinning thousands of miles an hour, whizzing around, the sun at thousands of miles an hour, and you've got hundreds of people around you, all with their own thoughts, minds, feelings, goals, actions. So much is going to happen and change and take place. So remember, if you are lost or you're confused, or you've upset someone, or someone's upsetting you, or you're pissed off or frustrated for some reason, remember what you've achieved in your life and how much more miraculous things that you couldn't even expect are going to happen and take place, okay? Because you just never know what's around the corner. So I'm not saying sit still and sit on your hands and do nothing, because stuff will just happen anyway. It will. But to get rid of any frustration and to fulfill your own needs, have your projects. Again, communicate um, really carefully, like with the people you love and live with, that you need to have those things to, you feel frustrated otherwise, or like it's just like a creative outlet that you need because you're just but you love what you've achieved. And like, I think now I'm not wording it that well, but you know what I'm saying. I've said it a lot of times now. It says the universe is very graceful and very supportive of you. So I do think it's about counting your blessings, you've received a lot. Think about other people and the shoes that they're walking in and the things that they're having to deal with. You've been given some other shit to deal with. Everyone's been given challenges because that's how we grow and evolve and learn. But life could be a lot harder right now. Could be a hell of a lot harder. Like look at the people in Gaza, look at like people who've been born into, an abuse situation, or like someone that's never known like where they're from, like not saying that's like the worst thing ever, but for some people, like they're very frustrated not to know stuff like that. They don't have a good sense of self. You know, count your blessings, like definitely. Is there anything I haven't picked from? I don't think so. I'm gonna leave it there, Virgo. I need to turn off and get ready for bed. Thank you for listening. If you've tuned in, I hope you get some snow if you're in the UK somewhere and get a snow day. Fingers crossed. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.